The EWI USB next. Now really, I haven't really intended in these videos to cover the EWI USB. There's some great advantages with the EWI USB, but I have had some pupils that have had some difficulties setting up the instrument. Basically quite a lot depends on the laptop that you're using, and of course you have to have a laptop or computer to use the EWI USB. So the short answer is, you know, I'm not really gonna sort of do anything on the EWI USB. Just one little pointer though, the first port of call is that the way the sound on your laptop puts out sound can be the initial problem. Some people find that they blow a note in and there's a delay before the sound comes out. The first port of call is to search on the internet for the ASIO for all, ASIO, and then a number 4, all. It's a little driver that goes into your laptop, and most people find that once that's in, things get a little bit easier. I've also found the software with the EWI USB to be a little bit temperamental, particularly at holding on to settings, but it's something you have to play around with. So anyway, hopefully that gives you a little pointer, but the ASIO for all is really important. Finger contact is another question that's been asked. So what we're talking about now is the actual contact between your fingers and the keys. Now again, there's this really weird little sensitivity setting down here. This is just above the on-off switch. Doesn't kind of look like a dial, but it is a dial. Again, this can be adjusted. I have mine almost all the way clockwise. It's all the way clockwise and just backed off a little bit. You have to put your finger on top of it and just sort of move your finger around to rotate that dial. That can cause sensitivity issues. The other thing is, if you think your fingers have a tendency to be a bit dry, if you've got dry hands, then the contact with the keys, I'm finding particularly with the octave rollers, can be an issue. And some people get these weird kind of sudden low notes coming out in a run, like you drop an octave or 6 octaves straight away. And it's because of the contact between the fingers and the roller keys. So the quickest answer is use some good hand moisturizer cream. It makes a huge difference. I've had people kind of lick their thumb before they start to play, which seems to help as well. But so it's the actual contact that we're trying to improve, and more moisture on the skin can help. Moisturizer is great. Vibrato, okay, well, this is getting a little bit more detailed now, but there are some settings for vibrato in the setup here, and the one that you're interested in really is the one that the guy that sits on his own. Now I have that at about the 6 o'clock position, but yeah, what you should find hopefully is that by squeezing the pressure here with your teeth, I use double teeth embouchure, we've talked about that earlier, by squeezing on and off that pressure you can create a vibrato effect. Now if I wind that button, say right back up to midday, I can move it a bit but not so much. So I prefer to have it at around the 6 o'clock position, which then means that a fairly small amount of bite can control. Can you plug it straight into the amp? Absolutely, yeah. It comes straight out of the big jack socket down there. In terms of amplification for this instrument, because it's got such a huge range of notes, then you do find sometimes that some amplifiers, particularly guitar amplifiers, won't sound too good. My best purchase ever has been one of the Bose compact amplifiers. You can find those on the internet. Yeah, they are expensive, but they sound absolutely fantastic with an EWI. But otherwise, any good model of amplifier that's really meant more for keyboards perhaps is a better range. The other one I've used is a Yamaha Stage Pass. They're pretty good, although I find there's an octave on the EWI where the cabinet vibrates, and I've tried some different models of the Stage Pass and it had the same problem, so that could be an issue, but the Bose one is absolutely fantastic. You can also go straight into headphones if you don't want to annoy the neighbours. Okay. Yeah, of course, as ever, practice is what's going to make you a better player on any instrument. And you know, if we said, you know, we'll give you a really special tip now at a secret shortcut at how you can get to be a better EWI player. Well, it's practice, and it's practice scales. Okay, so on this we can practice scales of like 7-8 octaves. They're all the same pattern. So you should get used to, you know, finding some of your patterns and playing some scales. And see if you can do them over the entire range of the instrument and take as many keys as you can to do that. Nice one to begin with, like the one I just played, is D major with 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Great scale to play because it's a little bit easier over the break. So that's about it for this short lesson on some of the frequently asked questions. Just a couple of requests now. I'm very grateful for all the kind comments that you've left. I am actually starting to do some Skype lessons now. My Skype name is Parnell, A-P-A-R-N-E-L-L. You can go to my website, iSax.Co.uk, and have a look at that. So that would be for individual Skype lessons. It's not easy to arrange because of time differences sometimes, but I have been very successful and managed to do a few of those, and people have found them very useful. Of course, there is a fee for that. But get in touch with me and we can talk about that if you want to do some private individual lessons, time permitting. Also really helpful if you follow me either on Twitter, which is again iSax_UK, and anything that you can do to click on any advertising or whatever all really helps. So thanks again, and I'm going to try and see if we can do this lesson 9 now. I know a lot of you are waiting for that, so many thanks.